You don't know it?
Yes. Yes.
What you dreamed last night? Let me tell you what he means by that though. He's talking about our fascination, our obsession with dreaming and associating dreams with numbers.
Yes.
So you might tell you to me during the night, I must play 6. That's all. And if my football team gets 6, I got real ready to support them. So. And if perchance in the presence of royalty, we have to play, let me say we see a royal person, a male, we have to play number 12. And next year I'll be 36, so I'll be playing donkey all year. Let me keep that. There is a fascination with dreams. There are people who want to go and sleep so that they can dream, so that they can play a map. You know that? Yes, I have people like that. And don't tell them they see a snake in the road because you know the mouse play snake. It was big or it was small. Dreams, 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 dreams. All of us we dream different things obviously and they have symbols, etc., etc., etc. When we look at the gospel today, we hear that Joseph himself dreams 3 times in this gospel alone. One, he dreams that the angel of the Lord speaking to him, he should leave with the child and the mother and go to Egypt. Dream number 1. The other dream, he gets the word from, let's say, it's the angel Gabriel, the angel of the Lord, to leave Egypt and to go back to Israel. Dream number 2. Dream number 3. Don't stick around too much in Jerusalem. Walk to the north in Galilee and a kind of backwater area where nobody will know you. A place called Nazareth, famous to the hills. He gets 3 dreams. You might say that Joseph himself was a dreamer. Because it didn't only start there. Joseph had a dream even before that. Remember when Joseph wanted to divorce Mary informally, and the angel, in a dream again, came to him and said, Joseph, Mary is the child through the grace of the Holy Spirit, through the power of the Holy Spirit. That's 4 dreams if you want to include that one not appearing in this gospel. So it must mean that Joseph is a sleeplet. That's one understanding of dreams. The visions we have at night. But I want to dare say that Joseph had more than that. Joseph experienced God coming to him in a dream so that he could be a man of dreams and so that he could have a vision for his family. And that is more than something you do when you're sleeping. Dreams, a man of dreams, a woman of dreams, is somebody who has a vision for himself and for his wider family and community. And there's something very powerful about somebody who dreams. There's something very powerful about somebody who has a vision for himself and his family. So I was talking to a psychologist friend about 2 years ago, about a family member of mine, very, very, very brilliant, objectively so. But text messages, phone, and video game all day, studying nothing. And I asked her, what do you do to motivate somebody like that? She said to me, find out from the person if that person has an objective goal in mind. If that person sees himself or herself doing something. A pilot, a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, a housewife, a house husband. But find out from that person if that person has a dream for himself or herself. In other words, unless you have a dream for yourself or a vision for yourself, you will end up like Jesus and Joseph did not leave Israel. You will end up there, stagnated. When you have a dream for yourself, you have meaning in your life and purpose in your life. Dreams direct us and inspire us. Dreams give us hope and direction in ways that if we didn't have anything, just vision for yourself, it wakes you up in the morning. It carries you when you're tired. It transforms you in difficult situations and circumstances. In other words, dreams must move us to act. If all we do is dream, we will be dead. And there are many people, all they do is just dream. If a fellow comes to me and says, Father, I want to play in the Premier League in England one day. What team you want to play for? I want to play for Manchester United or Chelsea. Unfortunately, so of course he probably got that to play for Arsenal. So. But he has a dream for himself. I want to play for Manchester City. But if you have a dream for yourself to play and you have a little bit of talent, but you're not going to practice, you could see you one day, next day you come. Before you play interclub. You play interclub football. And you all of a sudden feel you reach. In other words, you have a dream for yourself, but that must move you to action. When Joseph had a dream for himself and family, he acted. Take the child and mother and go to Egypt for care. Since I'm small, I have fellas, friends, even some of them, who were talking about becoming priests. And I was younger than them. And some of them, if you need them today, so what you do is just, well, I'm checking out the Carmelite time. I think I might be a Carmelite priest. That's 20-something years of dreaming and no action. Going to Carmelites, they kick you out, no problem, at least I try it. It's the same with nuns, it's the same with married life, it's the same with getting a job. Dreaming and action. Joseph reminds us that you put them together. The important thing about dreaming is it's never ready for yourself only. It always directs you to something greater. And so when Joseph has his dream, the dream is very clear. It is towards a vocation for family. I'm going to read it for you. From the gospel today, it says, get up and dream. Take the child and his mother with you and escape into Egypt. Get up, take the child and his mother with you and escape into Egypt. When we talk about a vision for family, it's a sense that, I have a responsibility to do something for my family. And it's not just a husband or a wife. If you're called to a single life, it's the same thing because you come from a family. If you're a priest, I still have a responsibility to my family. When they call and they have concerns, I still have to listen. Maybe it's the same thing they talk about over. When they call, they talk about a nephew. When they call, they talk about an uncle. Still my family, and I still have a responsibility over that family. Nuns, the same thing. And of course, it's the same for fathers and mothers. Responsibility. In other words, you have a vocation based on your vision to maintain, to keep, to nurture, to sustain your family. And as we celebrate Holy Family today, all across the world, in the Universal Church, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, St. Lucia, wherever you are in the world, as Catholics, we're celebrating Holy Family. And I want today to say to you, each of us has a vocation to family. And that is why we must talk about responsibility to family. So if you're working for money and you're spending all your money on play, that can never ever be right. Because you have a vocation to your family. Daddy, I want a copy book. I'm playing a man. If I win, you'll get it up. Take the money to the playground, buy a copy book. And if as a mother, you get a little bit of money and you spend it on kind of costume. You have a responsibility to your family. And children is the same thing. There are some children working for plenty money. Parents on pension. And they won't put a girl towards your house. You working in the house, you're eating, you're getting fat and bored. You're in the family and you're not doing anything. What you want to cook today? I don't like this at all. We're not putting $1 towards the house. And when that happens, there's a breakdown in family. When that happens, the family is left with bitterness, anger, resentment, unforgiveness, and hurt. Because each of us has a vocation to keep the family and to nurture the family. In the broader sense of things, Paul talks about exhibiting certain virtues before you even begin to challenge the family. So Paul talks in his letter to the Colossians, he says, have sincere compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, patience, bear one another, forgive, have a heart as Christ would have one, be grateful, be thankful. And then, only after he has spoken about the virtues, then he says, wives, give way to your husbands, as you should to the Lord. Husbands should like that. Husbands, love your wives and treat them with gentleness. Children, be obedient to your parents. Parents will love this. Always. Because that is what will please the Lord. And parents, if you think about it, never drive your children to resentment, or you will make them feel frustrated. Paul can only talk about that after. Paul has to talk about sincere compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, patience, forgiveness, thankfulness. Before. You have to talk about the virtue before you talk about a wholesome family. You have to talk about the things you need in the family before you can begin to say, alright, be faithful, be loving, be kind. Before we talk about be a good husband. What does that mean? Be a good wife. It means sincere compassion, patience, love, forgiveness. Think about that first. And that is our vision for our family. That is what we dream for our family. One of the problems we face in families when we talk about having a vision for a family, the problems we face is sometimes one person has a vision in the family. Perhaps one person has a dream to keep the family together, to nurture the family, to make sure everybody going in the right way. And it could be very, very, very low if the others don't buy into it. And I have experiences as a priest dealing with young couples, and let me tell you something, I love young couples. Because when they come to me, the girl dress up nice perfume. And the hair slick back nice, you know. And if only one strand of hair fall on her face, the husband to be, you know, fixing it, fix it for you. Jamie, you know, fix your hair for you. And he is, of course, well dressed and manly, and he will open the door for her, get her car. And if he's driving off, when he drop her home, and the tire looking a little flat, not flat, a little soft, a little flat. She called him one time, babe, what happened to the tire? You know, no, check it, I don't want anything up there, no, babe. I love young couples because they're so considerate and kind. They say all the right things. And after about 3 years, see Maggie. I set up hole in the jersey. The nice little mohawk he was keeping, he here wild out. Because he said to himself, well, I know plenty of shit falls now, so I can do what I want this. It's like I don't care, whatever. But in an interesting way, the movement from the nice and happy and prim and proper, I think is very essential. To a place where you could be at home with each other, and now you could focus on the real vision, raising children, building house, stabilizing the union. That is at the heart of it. That when you talk about a vision for family, it's not a happily ever after story. Happily ever after. That cannot happen until you're dead and you go to heaven. But as we live family life, it's about the struggles, it's about the difficulties, it's about the challenges, it's about saying, I forgive you, come on, let's try it again. Babes. it through. And that is why when we look at the gospel today, we see Jesus, Mary, and of course Joseph moving from Egypt to Israel to Galilee and a place called Nazareth, where they are living together. They are on the journey together. As a family, they have a vision for each other. Joseph does not say, okay, I have a dream, and they don't buy into it, but I'm moving on my own. I go to Egypt by myself. Let them dead there. And when Herod dead, I'm coming back. Well, he's still alive? No. Joseph says, as father, I am responsible for my family. Let's do it. I have a vision. Let's do it together. The other challenge we face when we talk about visions is that as family, sometimes God speaks to us in different ways. So for some of us, it might be a dream when it's sleeping. For others, it might be just a silent inspiration we get to lead. The important thing about a vision is to hold the vision to action. Then let's broaden it in terms of church as Roman Catholic Christians. We have a responsibility as family too. Because there is a broader vision called the gospel that we have to abide by and live. And that is something given to us by our Father. And we have to hold true to that and challenge each other to walk together with that. Unless you can do that, you'll be Joseph by himself, Mary by herself, you'll be Jesus by himself, and they will be like that. Today as a church, when we celebrate Holy Family, we ask the Almighty God to help us to continue to dream, continue to have a vision for each other. So I just want to thank Almighty God for the families He has given to us. Some of us in families find it difficult to relate to others. We have to ask Almighty God to bring healing to those relationships. Husbands to wives, wives to husbands, brother to sister, sisters. Pray for healing, aunts and uncles, cousins, in-laws. We ask Almighty God, in spite of everything, these are the people He has given to us, the little family. And we pray that through His grace, we may model, follow the example of a true model, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, the Holy Family. Amen.